Rich Shea here, unboxing Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. It's designed by Jacob Fryxelius, Nick Little, and Sydney Engelstein. Now, Jacob designed the original Terraforming Mars, one of my favorite games, a very big, sprawling game. This is a trimmed-down version. Now, what we're looking at here is the Kickstarter edition. There's another edition available right now exclusively at Target, which is the exact same game with slightly different components. I'll try to go over the difference. I had ordered the Kickstarter because I didn't even know the Target one was coming out. So we'll open the box. Oh, and it's published by Stronghold Games. Let's open it up. The box is deep but not big. There we go. So that's a little different. It's a little tag about who the distributors and importers are. I have no idea why. Here's the instruction booklet. You should look at that. Action picture. Oh, it's very heavy paper. Let's see if we get everything here. Yep, so pictures of the contents. We'll see game boards, project cards, ocean tiles, forest tiles, resource, corporation cards, player boards, player color cubes, some tracking cubes, phase cards for the players, and the phase tokens. So what's different about this game? Well, let's go over it. So the game board, unlike Terraforming Mars, which has room for forests, cities, and oceans, this just has the oceans, oxygen track, temperature track, and the terraforming score track. There'll be a bunch of cards. They go over the anatomy of the cards. There's several types, and they're going to have a cost in coins, requirement that might have to be met, tags that they give you, a color. The colors are blue, green, and red. We'll see that. An effect which is in purple, well, actually kind of blue. They might have production, that'll be in orange. Gray will have a capability like setting up mining capabilities. Oh, blue is action. Effect is purple. So where's the purple? Oh, there's purple. Okay. Which phases in the game that the card's active in? An ability, it might have a lightning effect or an endgame ability, might have victory points, and the cards are numbered. There's 208 of those cards. The corporations have a name. They include one tag, a logo, not important, starting resources, very important, and an effect and actions that the cards might have at the beginning of the game and throughout the game. So, and unlike the regular Terraforming Mars, where you just take turns and do one or two things in a turn, this uses phase cards, much like Race to the Galaxy and Puerto Rico, where each player picks a phase from the 5 that are available and plays that card face down, turn them over, and only the selected phases happen, and the phase a player selects, that player will get some kind of bonus. I'll go over that. There's a resource tracking board, and we'll see that, which tracks your money and heat and plants that have accumulated. There might be some special resources that go on cards, and other things, your actual income and things are tracked in these spaces, and the other things, forest victory points, the phases, and the ocean tiles. Setting up the game, playing the game. You can see the rules there's not a lot of them. These are spaced out well, in large font, lots of headings, big pictures. And the phases of development, where you basically play a green card. Construction, where you play a red or a blue card and maybe a second one, and how to play them. The action phase, where you do the things that happen, like spending heat and plant tokens to improve the status of the game and buy standard projects. So then production, where your income things actually make things happen, and research is where you get more cards to build. The game ends when the oceans are all flipped, the temperature is +8, oxygen is 14%. Then there's some final scoring, and you determine the winner. So there's a fair number of symbology. They're easy to understand, of course. An ocean looks like an ocean, and oxygen, that's O2 for you non-scientists, and temperature is a thermometer, which I think everybody understands, except it looks like an analog thermometer, and who has any of those anymore? Okay, then resources. There's a two-player co-op mode. Special capabilities of steel and titanium are explained, probably one of the most difficult concepts in the whole game. There are rules for solo play, okay, and adjusting the difficulty level. And on the back, there's a game overview. A quick start guide, and especially similarities to the original Terraforming Mars and differences for people who played a lot of that like me. And then just short explanations of stuff to refresh you if you've read the rule book. These are the player boards. There are 4 of them. They're all identical. Now, in the Kickstarter version, they're dual layer. These wells are slightly recessed, and when you move the cubes along, they fit into place, making them a little harder to knock off, which is pretty convenient, but not a necessity. There's a little thing of the actions here, which they're very play green, play blue or red, take actions, produce, and draw. So that's as convenient a summary as you get. And the standard actions, paying money to get a green tile, increase the temperature, spending plants to get a green tile, spending heat to increase the temperature, spending money to flip an ocean. So there's 4. They're not differentiated. That artwork on the back. This is the game board. It's not, here we go. It's not recessed. The temperature track is here. No, here, sorry, they start here and it gets warmer. Start the oxygen here and it gets more oxygenated. The oceans start here, unflipped over. And the players start here on the terraforming, which, if you haven't played before, is both a victory point level and an income level. Okay, as you improve the planet, you can go up, and you also track final points at the end of the game with this too. And you actually can decrease it. There are cards that let you spend your terraforming rating to do things that you might want to do. Here's the chipboard. They're fairly thick. These are the 5 actions that can happen. What you do is you turn them like this, and then the ones that actually occur you flip over so you don't get confused. These are greenery tiles 5, in case there's a lot of greenery going on. Greenery tiles 1, and these are the 9 ocean tiles. When you flip an ocean, they start on this side, not an ocean. When you flip them, they're randomly distributed. The person who flips them gets a bonus, which might include plant tokens or money, or a card. That's the symbol for getting a card. These are the player marker pieces, clear-ish plastic cubes in the player colors. They're used on the board here and the board here to track your level, your terraforming point level. So they're in the 4 player colors: red, blue, yellow, green. Just ordinary plastic cubes. These are index cards. I'm not sure they're in the other version, but you can divide the cards and use these to separate them. There are player aid cards, and I'm not sure those are in the target version. There are 2 vacuum plastic holders. Those are definitely not in the target version. Those are convenient, and I'll show you why in a second. And then there are the counters. So let's open these up. If you have the original Terraforming Mars, they had a very clever, but in the end not as clever as you'd hope, plan. These 10 markers were plastic covered with, there's 2 clear ones in here that are used to mark the temperature and oxygen level on the map. But the rest of these are 10 markers. These are nice goldish colored marbly ones. In the original Terraforming Mars, they were clear, covered with a gold colored metal coating, which over time tends to chip off, which is sad. I mean, they look great, but they wear. These are 5s. They're in, oh no, those are 1s. They're the tiniest. They're like a copper color. And these are 5s, the silver colored ones. In the original Terraforming, I believe they're all this, no, they're different sizes too. So the 10s are bigger than the 5s, which are bigger than the 1s. And then there are the cards. Okay, these cards, this particular pack are the promo cards. Why don't we get to those last? There are 208 player cards, deck cards. Each player has a set in their own color of cards for picking what you do that turn. So, development, we play a green card, but you pay less if you picked it. Construction, play a blue or a red card, but as a bonus you may either draw a card or play another blue or red card. Action, you basically activate all the action effects and standard actions. And the bonus is you may activate one of your actions an additional time, which can be very powerful. Production, each player gets heat, plants, draws cards, production cards, not research cards, and gain mega credits equal to their production, plus their terraforming rating, and if you pick the card, you get an extra 4 mega credits. Research, where all players draw 2 cards and keep 1, but if you pick this, you draw an additional 3 cards and keep an additional card. And then there's a set of these for each player in the player color. I think that one's sort of yellow. I know that's green. All right, it's the outfits. That's blue, that's green, this is yellow, and I guess, and this would be red. All right, you can see hopefully see that. Then the standard corporations, Helion, Icoline, where it's like, it has a tag. Tags are important for different things. Initial money that you have has a logo, and then you start with 3 heat production and the 28 mega credits, and an effect where you can use heat as money, okay? But you can't use money as heat. So each of the corporations has a different starting amount. Interplanetary Cinematic starts with a boatload of money and a mine, but its effect is not like a fabulous effect. Costs 2 less for events. Terractor starts with a boatload of money, but its only special thing is that when you play an Earth tag card, you save 3 mega credits. Well, honestly, not a huge thing. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different corporations. So you've already mixed things up. And then there are the cards, green cards. All cards have a cost. They might provide more tags. Tags can be important. This one gives you a production of a card. So this is production of plant and heat. This is increase your mine level 1, which gives you a discount on things with a star tag. Okay, so those are green cards. Blue cards are the same thing, but they have actions on them. This one costs that, has a Saturn, which could be important because at the end of the game, each Saturn you collect will be worth a victory point if you have water import from Europa. After you play this card as an action, you can flip an ocean for 12 mega credits with a discount of 1 for each titanium mine that you own. So the interactions can get kind of complex. Here's the media group. It's an Earth tag one. Effect, whenever you play an event, you pay 5 mega credits less for it because you're selling the film rights for the Glorious Destruction. So the cards are nice, nice stock, very flexible, not super heavy. I'll probably sleeve them. I'm not going to go through all of the cards. It's 208 different cards like that, 12 corporations like that. Now we'll take a quick look at the promo cards. Well, I think we will. Here we go. which do not come with the target one, and it has another corporation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corporations, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 other cards. So assorted enterprises. That's interesting. So I haven't gone through them all. Many of them relate to cards in the original Terraforming Mars with maybe slight modifications, and some others are completely different because the game works differently, especially in terms of mining. I would say the biggest difference is mining doesn't collect you actual resources. Mining gives you a discount on the related cards that you would have spent the resources on in the original Terraforming Mars. Had a chance to play it once. I like it a lot. I think you have to think about things a little bit differently than you do in Terraforming Mars because of the way that buying and acquiring cards go. When I play regular Terraforming Mars with my friends, we always use drafting for cards, and drafting is a very strategic thing. It makes the game move faster because you're more likely to get a combo that speeds the game up. There's no drafting, you just buy cards. You can always sell them off anytime for 3 mega credits, so you can use them like resources. So even cards that you don't want to keep are still more useful. So you think about it differently. The action selection thing is different, but some of the feel of the game is the same. And I really like the fact that every card's different. Every card's unique, and you can make a number of possible plans. Do I like it as much as regular Terraforming Mars? Probably not, because when I'm playing Terraforming Mars, I want to play a big, sprawling game with just wacky combinations happening. I'm not even that concerned about winning. I mean, I'd like to, but I just want to make my combos work. I think this game will be a little tighter, a little more competitive that way, and the combos probably have to be smaller and tighter. But I really enjoyed my one play, and I'm looking forward to having more plays. I hope this will help you decide if you want to get this game. And do remember that the gameplay for the COP issues, the version available from Target, is the exact same gameplay. The components are not quite as nice. The promo cards aren't in here. Although I have to tell you that over time, the promo cards will probably be available some other way if you feel you can't live without them. But there's so much variety, even in the base game, that I'm not sure you absolutely need them. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you're having fun. And I recommend this game. And I also recommend its older, bigger brother, Terraforming Mars, one of my favorite games to play. But this is more compact in terms of both space and time, and I'm looking forward to that too. Again, thanks for watching. Bye for now.